Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh to everyone. The question looks very short, but it called for a long response and explanation. Simply because the fact remains that female genital mutilation is a controversial issue worldwide. And the fact remains that the whole world agree that you never find any verse in the Holy Quran that authenticating this practice. Never. Not from Surah Al-Fatih to Surah Al-Nas. You never see it there. It's not there at all. And those are the basics of Islam. The Quran and the Sunnah. And there is no argument that it had never been practiced or advised or authenticated by any hadith to practice this practice. But the fact remains that it's a deeply rooted culture that was happening long before any religion. Not Islam, not Christianity, not Judaism. It was happening, it was practiced on certain corners of the world. But the reality is to unify the platform of Gambian religious leaders on one voice is an unachievable dream. Simply because not only we are different in female genital mutilation, there are many issues that Gambian Muslim scholars cannot agree on. I give you a short example. For example, the Eid, Fitr, and Eid and Adha. We have a fundamental difference there. Every year it repeats. All efforts has been done, but we never agree. Why? Simply because our own ego. It's not knowledge, it's not Islam, it's not religious. And you go to any other countries, this issue remain a controversial issue. There are many countries, Gambia has achieved far more than them, simply because we are here in this hall and very peaceful and addressing these issues. But there are certain countries you don't have even the audacity to do it still now. And we who started this struggle, we know how much we achieve. You know, the young ones, I heard somebody say 1990 was not born. You know, that's very funny. And we started this work in the early 80s. We become an NGO recognized countrywide in 1986. And since then, we are fighting for this issue, convincing people. So in order to answer and give courage, because one can only lose when you give up, and we'll never give up as far as this issue is concerned. We'll never give up. But what we need is to reinforce our NGOs on the ground, to support them, to give them the support they need, and to stop the kind of things that I'm seeing since in the beginning. Let me make it very clear. Donors and certain supporters, when it comes to go to the bush, to address the issue, to campaign, to work hard in the very remote areas, few people are willing to do that, leave our convenient rooms and our ACs in our bedrooms to go there. But when it comes to study tour, I don't know what is coming in the future, you bring each and every donor here, or each and every organization here, you have your own choice of religious leader or an imam. They bring us people who had never ever mentioned in their pulpits to address this issue. They had never used their platform to save the Gambian girl, but when it comes to award, I make it very clear, I'm not going to mention any name, but they know me, I know them. When it comes to award, they call, at times they call me, and they call 10 other scholars, and they give them the same award that I'm having, and we don't do the same job. I use my pulpit, I use my car, I use my money, I use my time, I use my life to advocate for this issue. So when I am compared with somebody who is in his safe corner, sleeping, at times even opposing us, at times even laughing at us that we are sick, you compare, you treat us equally, it's not fair. That's why at times I think of even giving up, which I will never do, because if it is convenient, I'm in a very good position. I had never lose work. I had never been unemployed. When matters come to us, I can employ myself. So really, I I advise for us to reinforce our advocacy and to make sure what the devil do is given to the devil if we are to achieve our objective as early as possible. And the young ones coming now, alhamdulillah, there are young girls, there are young boys are very much convinced and they're advocating, but there are methods of doing it. At times, you can mean good, but the way you portray your message can be otherwise. And I don't want to use the word opposition, but our other sides of the school of thought can use those words to, make society see us as being, corrupted by the West. Because they think that we are paid a lot of money. That's what they always accuse openly to us, that UNFPA is paying a lot of money, UNICEF, and they don't know the money in UNFPA is accounted. They cannot just spend money like that. So really, before ending my message, thank you. Before ending my message, I would make it very clear, if we are to achieve our goals, we need to reorganize properly and to spend for this issue, because it's a very harmful issue. I'm not a woman though, but I know how it is, because of UNFPA, I have been sent to different trainings, different study tours, all countries almost, where they practice this harmful practice. I was sent there for study and I learned a lot. And let them take account. Let them go back to their file and let them see how many Gambians Imam benefited from this study tours and how many Imams and scholars are speaking about this issue still. Thank you very much.
Thank you.